evening, friends. Finally, we enter the zone of mathematics. Now, I'm not, as I uttered earlier also, that I'm not very good at mathematics and I'm a very naive person and I want to understand these techniques in a very simple manner. I thought, okay, let me proceed further and understand it conceptually also side by side little bit. And later on, we can proceed further to understand the mathematics also, so that these things becomes much more easier. So till now I was discussing about dataset regression and the assumptions. Now here I'm going to introduce and state that regression uses a linear function. Now we need to understand reason. I know out of so many workshops that I have attended, first thing that always Neeraj sir tells me is that you have got the data set, go ahead with the linear. And I know he begins his workshops also telling us, okay, I'm giving you this data set, take out your notebooks, start drawing the different kind of graphs that you have got. Now initially I used to wonder, why is he making me draw so many times? First, in almost all his workshops I've been sitting and I was drawing those graphs in order to understand. Later on I understood that yes, he is making me get into that habitual mode wherein we learn about the linear function. So here again I remember it, and now it is stuck, memorized completely, and even I cannot remove it from my brain, which means that regression uses linear function. Then what does this mean? This means that approximate the dependent variables. I'm talking about the moment we will see what those linear functions are, and what is taking place to the dependent variables through the IDVs in order to make the predictions. Now, making the predictions, in the technical jargon, they use the word approximating. So so we will see later on that in like we use in normal communicative language also approximately so much. In the same manner, rather than, because we will see that the entire equation value which comes 1 point or 2 point or 3 point or 27 point dot dot after dot maybe 11, like I have seen in some of the results, especially in eViews as well as R or Python, Orange, Rust. You can go to Golang also, that the values which the software is giving to you is nearly 11 digits. So you cannot by heart the whole thing 1.98. We are approximating even the gravity, the value of G also, okay, or 22/7. When we come out with those values, you come and see that after two decimals this is what I want. So you are approximating. In the same manner here also we are approximating the dependent variable in order to make the predictions. This is something that we will have to remember with respect to regression. After this, here comes in my formula. Now this is one more thing which always was there in front of my eyes on the blackboard or the PPT or whatever the teachers were utilizing to teach us, and at that time this was the formula which was given to us. Now I attended workshops of Neeraj sir, then Miklesh Yadav sir, CP Gupta sir, then others also who were present, and there I have seen this formula y equals to beta 0 plus beta 1 x plus epsilon. The thing this was given to us. So how do you first of all learn about this particular equation? Now this is something that you just have to digest it and keep it, and later on we will see how easier it becomes to understand what exactly it is. Now as I told you that yes, there y is on your left hand side and beta 0 plus beta 1 x plus your epsilon, which is present on your right hand side. Now on right hand side, first and foremost, the most easiest one and something which always fascinated me is error. Trust me, I entered this particular workshop, and the kind of the knowledge which I acquired without the help of any books or anything is about error. And that's why I love errors, in fact, to more and more. So that's why I say, let me go further and we will see from the right hand side. So I have got first and foremost error in front of me, which I love it. And this is, it's a very fascinating kind of a thing. And the more you learn about them, the better you are. Then comes beta 0. It is intercept and it is called as the coefficient. Then beta 1x, beta 1 we will be calling it as slope. This is also called as coefficient of what? Of x. Then x is the independent variable. Remember, on the right hand side you have got the IDVs. That means it can you can have as many independent variables as you can. Okay, 3 4, it totally yours how you're going to use them in your research work, plus error. So here we have got two things. So here, what is it? B0, beta 0 intercept, beta 1 is the slope, x is the independent variable, plus the error. So these are all the things which are present on your right hand side. Again, beta 0, beta 1 x plus error. Error we have understood. Then I told you on the right hand side you have got the independent variables, and here I've just taken one independent variable, therefore x is there. If there are 2 3, then you can write beta 1 x, then beta 1 x2 x3, you can carry forward. Then you have got beta 0 also side by side, which is the intercept. Intercept and slope I'm not going to discuss right now. We will be discussing it later on with the help of a diagram where we can understand why these things have come in and what is the reason behind it. Now I took 2 days just to understand more about the intercept and slope. Not that that okay, this is there, this is there, this is there. Conceptually why it was there, what was the reason behind it, and why the errors are coming in, how are you going to interpret those errors, why the errors are so. And we will see later on, once we are discussing about different kind of regressions, you will understand how they are related to these particular equation itself. Y is the dependent variable, and remember it is present on your left hand side of the equal to sign, and it is only 1 out here. Okay, so here we go. So we have got the formula, and this is, we call it as the linear function formula, and this is something a slide which I kept in front of my eyes, and I specially wrote down in my notebook continuously for whenever I was working out, and I learned this thing because I was working on AIC regressions and BIC later on, you will see, and it was this one where it was being used out there. So I think I'm going to stop here. Let me come up with the next video where we are going to discuss more about the regression. Till then, thank you and take care. Bye.